All is in place.
The portkey is well hidden.
Perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created
may be impossible to follow.
That's what you're seeing. Oh! Oh. Oh. Are you all right?
Fine, sir.
I've never seen so powerful a goblin. He seemed wholly unaffected by my magic.
Where are we?
It can't be. It seems those who set up the pensive, the locket, and the path to both wanted someone with your ability to end up here. Come. We have a sorting ceremony to get to.
Hello and welcome. Weary traveler.
Seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony? Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough! Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
I'm looking forward to meeting my professors and learning all I can at Hogwarts.
Indeed. Hogwarts has much to offer a dedicated student. And what you learn in class will prepare you for challenges outside the classroom as well. You're clever indeed. You have the ability to reflect clearly on that which puzzles others. wise, and you've a ready mind, quick to learn. Perhaps you belong in Ravenclaw. You belong in Ravenclaw!
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled. Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way. It's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. Might be a bit of a challenge, but one I'm sure you're up for.
I am, Professor.
This is the entrance to the Ravenclaw common room. You must solve a riddle to enter. I won't be of much help, I'm afraid. This sort of thing has always confounded me.
Who lived longer? The ghost or the poltergeist?
A ghost or a poltergeist? A non-being can never have been.
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
So I have 0 supplies. I remember in the letter at the beginning, they say that every supply I'm gonna need is gonna be on the carriage with me to Hogwarts. The fucking carriage got bit in half by a dragon.
Looks
The
like
other half
everyone's
got
gone.
burned.
Let's head
I
to the
got
common
jack
room.
shit, bro. I got the 4 fucking chests of gold coin I found in the tutorial. Whoops. Oh fuck. I'm gonna go in dead breaking the shit in this room. First and foremost, let's see. Ezra Nixerel. Seems like the fitting name.
Revelio. Protego. Revelio.
Just have to wait for the right moment.
Must be different, starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
That's not right either.
That's just brilliant, Amit. Brilliant! You'd think you could... Ah! That is not how that... Why, hello! Would you like to take a look? Can't see too much in the day. Well, except for stars like Sirius, Canopus, Vega, and Arcturus. I'm Amit. Pleasure to have you in Ravenclaw. Never met someone who's been so close to a dragon before.
Can't say I'd recommend it, frankly. It's nice to meet you, Amit. I take it you like astronomy?
Oh, yes. So much to be learned from the stars. Also, there's something about the open air and night sky above the tower. It's invigorating. You will adore astronomy. Professor Shaw is incredibly knowledgeable.
I hope astronomy's on my schedule. Sounds interesting.
I have good news for you. You are most definitely taking astronomy. It is required for all 5th years. You will be enthralled with the tower. Plus, a quality telescope can show you things you never dreamed of.
I suppose I'll see you in class then.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of class, better get to my first one of the year. Nothing like the smell of fresh parchment, is there? Be seeing you!
Damn, he's actually leaving for class after I interacted with him. That's cool. So he's heading up the stairs. That is a telltale sign of the school hallways.
Not right either.
Bam, I'm just eating a meal of apples.
This should be interesting.
Introduce yourself to Samantha.
I'm not sure this is the right spot.
Hello, Samantha.
I want him to be in the perfect place. A place he'll be happy with. But I can't seem to find it. Great golden gobstones! I want him to thrive here.
Golden gobstones?
My own little expression. I bought this Dittany seedling from home and I so want him to feel cozy. Dittany is amazing, isn't it? So much healing power in such a little plant. I've a bit of a thing for plants, as you can see. Pleased to meet you. I'm Samantha.
Nice to meet you, Samantha. Is Dittany used in Wiggenweld potion?
It is. Looks like someone's been studying up on their potion making.
Actually, Professor Fig told me about the Wiggenweld potion.
Of course. course. I heard you were studying with him before term. He's an enigma, Fig. Teaches about theory, yet seems to know a lot about practical magic.
Professor Fig does know a great deal about, different forms of magic.
Well, I hope he told you about more than Wiggenweld. You've lots to catch up on, I'm sure.
An affinity for herbology is more typical of a Hufflepuff than a Ravenclaw, isn't it?
Ordinarily, perhaps, but it runs in my family. We've a full plot of these little fellows back home. I suppose you could say herbology is in my roots.
Is it common practice for students to grow their own ingredients?
Oh, yes. In fact, our herbology teacher, Professor Garlick, encourages it. And I don't think Professor Sharp, our potions master, cares where you get your ingredients, as long as your brews are all perfect.
It was nice to meet you, Samantha. Good luck with your Dittany.
Thank you. And good luck to you too on your first day.
Man, knowing this game, I'm gonna be fighting a phoenix by lunch, so I better eat up some apples.
This should be interesting. One moment. Watch this.
Ugh! What is this? Someone threw a dung bomb. Let's get out of here.
That wasn't quite the reaction I wanted. Oh well.
Right. What did you hope would happen?
I suppose I hoped it would lighten the mood. Ravenclaws can be a bit on edge the first day of class. I'm Everett, by the way. You seem downright calm next to some of these characters, and you survived a rather harrowing trip here.
I'm glad to be here. Ready for classes to start.
Good. Glad to hear it. Truly, there's no reason to be
ghost?
nervous. Most professors are firm but fair. I mean, not all of the tricks I play are as simple as a tossed dung bomb, and I'm still here.
Wait, did you say most professors are fun but fair?
Ha! I did. But probably best I let you judge for yourself. I do tend to push their limits. I should wander off before someone traces that dung bomb back to me. Nice meeting you.
You too, Everett.
Hey there, new Ravenclaw. Professor Weasley is looking for you just outside. You had best not keep her waiting.
That new fifth year. I wonder where they're from.
Can't imagine starting in this place. In my blood, my mother says. No.
Is it possible to become an aura and not expel impressions? I think so, wouldn't you? It's all about demeanor, really, isn't it? Being having a commanding stature. I think I shall be a force to be reckoned with.
You know, it does not do that.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage
all in
of
one
this
study book.
exceptionally valuable resource.
She's speaking as if it's not readily available to every student.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Why don't you cast Revelio on this bust and see what details the field guide can provide?
Revelio.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and out.
Revelio.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
Revelio.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use blue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are, quite. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins, and I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade.
So it's a tracker as well for all the... Well, it's not a tracker, more like of a snitch on everything I earn. The problem with such a tool is that I don't know exactly where it stops collecting information and what information I discover that becomes private or not. Other possible problems are that the book has the ability to make predictions, to like, you know, predict about stuff I did in the past or abilities I have. Like, you know how the main character, me, in this scenario has the ability to see glowing stuff, an ancient form of magic, since to the book it's gonna seem like I just randomly activate the glowing stone circle circuits or whatever. If it happens once, it'll treat it as a coincidence, but if it happens twice, thrice, repeat, and on short delays, it's gonna think something's up. That there's a piece of info that it doesn't have access to. So, though it's a useful tool, I will most likely am being used. After all, it can record information and send it to someone else. So, if my enemies get hold of the receiving end, they will be able to use the only things that I know against me. Planning a perfect ambush. That's a rather dark thought. Oh, well, enough of combat analysis.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
It's gonna show the waypoint! Come on, I've never been that excited. Completing main quest will further story and lock features gain XP. Some quests are locked by a spell or a level requirement. In these cases, you will need to be the required level or have the required spell to activate. New spells can be earned by completing Professor's assignment or as quest rewards. Is there any exclusive spells? Spells that I would learn only in one house? Or maybe that is gender based? Because I remember in character creation you could pick either a guy or a girl, and then you could also pick your identity as a witch or a wizard. Wizard, I'm guessing, is male, witch is female. But seems kind of like I don't like the idea of like identity and gender being like mixed up switch, you know? Like I get it's a game, but like fucking progressive ideas sometimes always it's not an idea about being progressive, but more about being redundant. You know, progressive is kind of like the two circles that keep turning around my marker. Like progressive ideas are like when the two holes in the circle meet, but every other time it just becomes redundant, useless, makes things more complicated than it needs to be. I hope I'm explaining it right. I remember reading once upon a time that Hogwarts spells, like the one-worded spells, are Latin. So Igni is fire or flame, Levioso is levitate, Axio action, feather for flight. Oh, bring. I believe the Professor Fig was using it in the tutorial. Axio to like bring them towards him. I'm gonna learn how to fly. Fuck bringing shit to me. I know it's lazy superpower, but flight. Come on, you only learn how to fly once.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
If I remember things about the wand, I remember there's four like traits that a wand have that make it unique. The first is its core, which is, I believe it's like a dragon's core, I don't know, a phoenix's core, a dragon's something, and a unicorn. The other part is like the wood, maple, oak, cherry, you know, stuff like that. Then there was the like length of the wand, and the last one was how flexible it is, you know? Like when you grab something, is it standing still when you're moving it? Or is it like a flappy sword? You know, falls on one side if you make it stand straight. Gear. Oh, can I finally customize my clothes? Deer, natural, beige, scarf. Oh shit, bro! Ew, no. That's the clothes I have. Traditional schoolgirl, well appointed. Office. Offense. Oh, okay. Oh wait, this does give me a bonus, or is it just a pure extra? No magical properties. Well appointed, perfect vested. Oh, so I go in my onesie. Huh. Okay. Face wear. Oh, wait, what? Oh, hand wear. Okay, top. That's quite the gloves. I accept thy offering. Oh, cold. Oh, the Harry Potter glasses. My boy. No, man. I don't need glasses. I don't want them. Oh! The Peaky Blinders cap. Let's go. Too bad, too bad. Wand handles. I can switch the handles. Broom. Flying mount. Ooh. Beasts. Notes, resources, beasts, collections, traits. You have this looks complicated. Conjuring brews. 13 brews. 13 Rescue beats. Is that for flying mounts? Revelio pages. That's the statue I revealed. Okay. Appearance 90 cosmetics. Hell yeah, brother. Dark arts robe. Dark arts mask. Dark arts glove. Dark arts hat. Dark beaked skull mask. House fanatic school robe. Cool. Dark ensemble. Cool. Dark arts scarf. The dark arts. There's 4 more that I have yet to have access to. Interesting. Oh yeah, there's the Kelpie robe for the collector's edition. Tools. Felixus Felicis enhances the drinker's success, the chance of success in their endeavors, specifically by relieving locations of large loot chests on the minimap for one in-game day. Isn't the lore, the book versions of effect, it granting the wearer luck? Or like extreme amounts of luck, maybe? Gear appearance reward. Hogwarts Regalia Spectacle map. Quests. Attend your first day at Hogwarts. That's my main quest. The path to completed. Okay. Protego Lumos Revelio. Outpost. Interesting. Open sesame. Cool. Oh yeah, man, I forgot. There's stuff about graphics. I now have better access to. Right. Image calibration. Cap frame rate off. I wanna see. I wanna hear like this engine burr. Okay, let's see how terrible this is. God damn. I don't like it. Maybe because motion blur puts too much of a strain on the system? Well, I want to say it's slightly better. But it seems like an uncapped frame rate is terrible. Now let's try this. So seems that the screen is forced at a higher output. That's cool. I don't want to push the thing too much. Cool. Well, okay, I want to force the game, man. I paid for this shit. I paid for a terrible experience of not knowing what graphics quality systems I want. Cool. Goddamn. Why you gotta do it, brother? Why you gotta do me like that, man? Gold. Who's making that gold? Who's making that?
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Awful when they ask you a question though, isn't it? Grubby little faces. I'll just die.
I just lied.
Revelio.
Bit of snot on your nose. Thought you'd want to know.
Revelio.
What do you mean you won't be coming home for the holidays? Darling Aunt Philomena has come all the way from Guernsey! Well, the joke is on you, because now you won't be getting any of her goose and gooseberry pie! Ha!
Revelio.
Even Ferdinand Octavius Pratt gets hung pride of place, and here's me in a stink. I should demand a rehanging. If you could just tread carefully, that's all I ask. Don't think it's the delightful scent of gardenias you'll be unleashing. No, it's violently rank, and it's not me.
Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
What are you up to now?
If I'm honest, I wish I had something to...
In trouble, are we? Been up to no good? Thought as much.
Lumos.
Oh dear.
Revelio. Revelio. Lumos.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier. Levioso! Now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Yo, first duel! Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Easy.
Protego!
Stupid Protego. Complicate things.
Levioso, this can't be your first duel. Let's just say I'm a quick learner. You're good. Now, Levioso.
Only all of my students understand. I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around. Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Revelio.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Revelio.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned? Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck, or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Revelio.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
You can't imagine
the
how
werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752.
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Oh, fight, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a Boot or the Minister a Flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack. She says it's a Boot, and he says it's a Flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't Boot and it wasn't Flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
Revelio. Revelio.
Don't get me started on how horrifying that is.
Revelio.
It's always so exciting to see the owls come to life.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Akio!
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree, So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will, but instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done. Accio. Very good. Stay focused. Excellent control there. Not to worry. Splendid! Don't lose your composure. Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Here we go! There we go.
That's it!
What's this? Phew.
Stay focused.
Let us do this. That is how it's done.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish. Excellent control there. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. Very good. Splendid! Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Misha. There we go.
That's it!
Here we go! Yes! Nicely done. Let us see this. Phew.
A perfect score. Remarkable. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
That is how it's done.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Watch this. There we go.
Excellent.
Let us see this. Phew. Well done. Misha. That is how it's done.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go! Yes!
Happens to the best of us.
Watch this. Phew.
Very good.
Misha. There we go. Brilliant.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
You really went full fucking progressive Hollywood woke shit in a fucking game. God damn it, man. I've never seen a fucking black person in any of the fucking Harry Potter books. I don't remember fucking seeing any black person in a fucking Harry Potter movie. I've yet to meet other than the oh, this is a fucking
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Is Ouagadougou a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Ouagadougou, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
A word, if you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, An outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Why did he word his sensing that Onai is distracted like he's been observing clues about the behavior for a while? When class just started, this was the first class of charm after a summer. Because after all, he didn't mention that summer vacation did happen at Hogwarts. That's two big details, yet they overlooked it? The wording seems bizarre. Oh well, poking fun at a finished product is always
Revelio.
easier.
Hello. How was your first day coming along?
Hello, Samantha. Nice to see you again.
I wondered how your first day was going. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Revelio.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio.
What are you up to now?
can't get big.
Revelio. Lumos. Leviosa. Revelio. Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most
Professor.
pleased
I
to be
choose
included.
garlic. Underneath that chipper persona lies a brilliant herbological mind.
Professor, a knife. Stories about growing up.
Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Leviosa. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio. Revelio. Lumos.
I I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Revelio.
Oh, not again!
Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim, did you praxia mole? As long as 'twere only one time per week, I can plunge the boy's lavatory, not for the meek. He tried to stop me, did rancorous carp, sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed, as did his containment charms, so I took my revenge to wreak havoc and harm. It was granted my privileges be handsome indeed, or I'd fire up the cannon, and so she agreed. To draw up a contract with her, not with him, that if I behaved, I'd have one weekly swim! Whee!
I'll get you for this.
Revelio.
Look at your hair, your complexion. Whatever it is, they'll all want to know your secrets.
Revelio. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Glad you can make it. Lucan's just over there.
Revelio. Levioso. Revelio.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed ones. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you could duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
The biggest trash talk you're ever gonna hear in this game is will make you regret signing up for this friendly competition.
One day I'll sign up for a round.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organise these duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you. Again, congratulations on your first crossed ones victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
Lumos. Levioso! Accio!
I feel sorry for your next opponent.
Just wait till I've grown a bit, then we'll see how well you do.
Revelio! Revelio. Lumos. Accio. Revelio.
Never forget what that Hufflepuff girl said in 1421.
Revelio.
What lovely stone. Oh, that's class, that is. Revelio.
I hear Feldcroft's been getting attacked by Ranrock's loyalists.
gardens at Hogwarts are impressive.
Portraits in the castle don't always have something interesting to say.
Ah.
Many of them do.
Have you ever had a cauldron move?
Wasn't my fault.
I'd like to see your
Revelio.
How nice to see you.
Levioso!
Revelio.
The sorting hat took ages.